Hello, and welcome to How to Pack a CEC Computer in 2025. What we see here is our little photography studio, picking it up, taking it out of there after some awesome pictures, and throwing it down on our little turntable here. First thing I'm going to do is make sure that I've got all of the right equipment and packaging material within arm's reach and available for use. I'm going to go ahead and check our build guide. And that's going to tell me to go ahead and do a quick visual inspection and take off the front panel here before we get into actually packaging it. I've got gloves on to reduce fingerprints, and I'm going to clean all of the glass. Here is our checklist that our builder has gone over and checked everything, put all of the stuff in there for your individual computer. I'm going to sign that and then put it in our laminating machine. This takes about an eternity, but it's nicely sped up for you here. So look, one eternity in just a few seconds. Fantastic. From here, I'm going to take a look at it, make sure that it's all the way that I want it to be. Grab the extra components that are going to go in the computer and cover them with this wrap. This keeps the computer from any foam particles that could cause issue with our inflatable foam. Keeps it from getting stuck on there because those are permanent, unfortunately, with this inflatable foam. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Sorry, I didn't get a picture of me doing that very well. You just kind of push it back and forth, mix the chemicals up, then they pop out. Put the panel back on. You can see it inflating right there. And once it's good, I'll pull that off. And so you can see that's some steam on there. I'm going to clean that one more time. There was just a tiny little bit of residue on there, so I got that off as well. Put this back in here, fit it, make sure that we're clean, and then begin adding some reclaimed foam inside to make sure nothing moves during shipping. What you can see next is I go to put this glass on. It doesn't quite fit because the foam's kind of pressed out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it and then pull it off. And I'm going to use my fingers to kind of press that down, massage it so that it's just a tiny, tiny bit smaller so that glass will pop on there and there won't be any pressure on there. Pressure on glass, not good for shipping. I'll go ahead and stick our quality checklist inside and give it a spin. Now you can see couple before pictures for insurance purposes, and then we're going to put it on the styrofoam to be placed in the box. Cover it with a little bag, give it a spin, and then get it ready to move onto the floor. Here, Cha-Cha, our bunny, is seen clearly enjoying the space, and then I'm going to put a support foam piece behind it that I measured, and then finally slide the computer into the box. From here, what you'll notice is a whole bunch of reclaimed foam. We take this foam from like power supplies and graphics cards and other pieces and reuse it in our shipping process. We try not to have any waste if possible, so we break it down manually. I'm considering getting a foam shredder, but that's also messy, so we'll have to see about that later. But I'm just going to loosely pack all this in there. If you put it in too tight, you can find that it'll actually press on the computer in shipping, which can cause issues. So I make sure it's in there, but also a little bit loose. Then I'm going to make sure I seal up the edges here of the box. This is the original box. We're trying not to use too much extra. We may double box in the future, but again, we're trying to keep waste down right now, as well as costs for you guys. So here I'm going to go around the entire box a few times with some tape, sealing it all in. I'm going to give it a little visual to see if there's any stuff I need to tape up extra, and then I'm going to add our fragile tape around here so that it covers up those handholds. We don't want people penetrating the box. I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick measure for shipping, place the shipping label after it's printed out into a shipping envelope that we will adhere to the top, and this bad boy is just about ready to go out the door. We are always improving our systems and processes, and if you have any questions or concerns or think that you can make our process better, please let me know. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for hanging out.